Good day, happy travelers. Today we are talking about February cruise deals, as it is early in February. And if you're cold, well, then you should be thinking of a nice warm cruise. Unless you're thinking of an Alaska cruise, I have seen a big discount on Alaska cruises. And if you're looking at the new Stars of the Seas, I did see 2 new itineraries pop up that I had not seen before. But let's hop into the marketing machine. Royal Caribbean, 57 hours left to save some money. Carnival, you bet your bottom dollar, 33 hours left to save some money. Norwegian Cruise Lines, not half off anymore. It's up to $1,500 off. And the semi-annual, this is a legitimate sale. You'll see the impacts here once we get to the Alaska cruises. So all of this data gets turned into, I look every week since Black Friday, and it turns into tabs and tabs of data for Carnival. So back before October, mind-numbing numbers, but luckily it turns into charts. Let's hop into the presentation, see where we can save you money, because it's February and it's cruise deals. And the prices I show you are the prices that you can get from Carnival, Norwegian Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean. These are your prices. If you want to see if a travel agent has access to group rates, like I'm demonstrating here, here's your prices on the left. Here are the group rates that I have on the right. Happy to do so, but this is self-service. This is what you can get access to right now. Let's start with Icon of the Seas. We're going to compare 2025, 2026, and 2027. The age-old myth, hey, if I book 3 years later, is it cheaper? Let's take a look. Cheapest interior that we can find for 2025 is $1,531. Cheapest balcony is $1,760. Next year it's $1,472 and $706. And the year after, $1,482 and $1,805. So not 2027's cheaper, but next year is cheaper, but marginally so. I mean, we're talking $60 on either side. But hey, as they say, $60 per person is $120. And how many pina coladas is that? Well, quite a few. Let's go into Star of the Seas. Here are the new itineraries that popped up. Right here, these 4-night itineraries, I believe they are to probably go ahead and warm it up and get it in there. Some balcony rooms left, 1241, 1353, 43 rather, on the shorter term. So that's new. I didn't see them before. They're shorter itineraries, but hey, you're breaking in a new ship, and if you're a social media influencer trying to get in there and get your first pictures, that seems to be your first chance. But maybe they, I don't know, get in there before. Otherwise, the cheapest interior we can find, 2025, 1743. Cheapest balcony is 2040, 2025. 1795, so next year is cheaper. And then the interior room is, yeah, much cheaper by about $200. Is that cheaper than 2027? It is not. Well, 2027 is $40 on the balcony, but $3 more expensive on the interior. So if you're going to go on a cruise on Star of the Seas, you don't have to wait till 2027. You just have to look for 2026. And I feel free to leverage the pause. We go fast. The dates of the cruise are on the left-hand column here. And, well, the prices are on the right. And if you're looking for a suite, I don't talk about suites because, well, frankly, that's the price of 2 cruises. Sometimes 3. But that's where we're at. So that's Star and Icon 2025, 2026. If you're Carnival, loyal to the funnel, we do talk about, we're going to talk about Mardi Gras, Celebration, and Jubilee here. So is Mardi Gras cheaper 2025? Cheapest interior $789, balcony about $1,100. Next year, a little cheaper by about $1,500 on either side. And the year after, it actually is more expensive, $739, $1,044 to $769, $1,064. So again, kind of keeping with the theme that we saw with Royal, it's a little bit more expensive 2 years out than it is next year. There you go. Let's go into Celebration. A little cheaper out of the Port of Miami than Mardi Gras this year. Under $1,000, over $1,000 next year. So it goes under $700, over $700 for an interior, and a little bit more expensive still into 2027. These are strange times. Let's go into Jubilee out of Galveston. $774 this year, $1,100 for the balcony. Next year, it drops $150. Look at that right there. $949 for a balcony, $719 for an interior. So next year's cheaper. And the year after is cheaper than that. So you can't really say that every ship is expensive. Let's go ahead and talk about Alaska. I said there was big savings on Alaska, and there is. If you remember the videos from before, it was difficult to get an interior room for under $800, $900. Now there's a plethora of interior rooms, $669 for interior. You can even get some balcony rooms if you're very strategic, $1,500-ish. And that's for this year. If you look out for next year, $748. And again, the best deal is really for the balconies. Man, they're hard to come by. $1,600 continues to be about the best price. As a matter of fact, that's $200 cheaper than when we did this video, even into last week. But that's just for Alaska and Royal Caribbean and Celebrity for this year, next year. They don't have the postings out for 2027, so we can't test it out if it's going to be more expensive. I imagine it will be. But Carnival 2025 Alaska sailings, we got $1,368 for a balcony. That's a pretty good deal. $879 for interior, so not as good as the $669, but interior's interior. And compare that to 2026, it goes from $879 this year, $954 next year, $1,368 for a balcony this year. Actually $1,338, $1,308 if you look down a little bit more in the May 1st sailing. You got $1,500 is the cheapest balcony that you can get in 2026. In terms of the Caribbean trends, I just want to close with this note. Another myth, just like we say, hey, booking later is better, or book really late, it's better. Cruise ships are truly leaving at capacity. Last minute cruise deals, they're just not showing up. They're just not. It's not like the days of old. Everybody wants it. So we're not seeing the big dips. And this is before spring break. So I'm looking at all prices between now and pretty much the next 6 weeks. It's just not there. Many sailings are selling out, so it's just not there. Spring break is almost into the last minute territory, as a matter of fact, by definition, I suppose it is. Price increases on the chart here. And then summer break, we've seen more prices go up. So not a lot of sales as of yet, and that's kind of the state of the business. But hey, if you want to save some money, that's where you go. So until the next video, if you have an itinerary time frame you're looking for, happy to give you a quote. You don't even have to book through me. I do this for the fun of it because I love the coffee. Till next time, travel safe.